Hey, I'm Callie Lewis. You're watching Geek Brief TV. This is Brief 181. Every keynote is a jaw-dropping bundle of surprises. Actually, the big announcement keynotes are the exception. The big announcement was that Safari will now be available for Windows. The same way iTunes gives iPod users a consistent experience whether they're on a Mac or a PC, Safari will do the same thing for iPhone users. According to Apple, Safari is up to 2 times faster than Internet Explorer. It's certainly more attractive. It's a free download at apple.com/Safari. The reason I hear from Windows users for not switching more than any other is the lack of games available for play on Macs. That changes now. Steve announced that games from EA would be coming to Mac in July, including Madden 08, Tiger Woods 08, and Harry Potter Order of the Phoenix. ID Software also announced they've been working on next-generation gaming technology, and that will also be available on Macs. There will be more information about that at E3. Most of what Steve talked about was related to Leopard, the 6th major release of OS X. It has 300 new features, and we got to see 10 of them. First was a new desktop. It adds some transparency, and the dock incorporates something called stacks. Files can be organized into stacks on the dock that will fan out into a grid when selected. The Mighty Finder will be more powerful and will search for files on all your Macs on your local network and all your Macs wherever they may be if you have a .Mac account. The new look of Finder is modeled after iTunes, including cover flow to give you a visual way of browsing through your files. Leopard will be 64-bit and will incorporate core animation. In simple terms, developers will be able to take advantage of core animation to make application functionality more awesome looking with less work. Boot Camp is built into Leopard. There have been 2.5 million downloads of Boot Camp Beta. Despite the incorporation of Boot Camp, Apple likes and supports the further development of Parallels and VMware. Spaces is something that Steve talked about last year. It's essentially a way to split up your activity into groups. You can have a gaming space, a web space, a workspace, and on and on. Audio will only be active on an active space, so for example, you can be playing a game and switch to a workspace, and the audio from the game will be silenced. It's kind of like whatever happens in a space stays in a space. You can, however, drag and drop from one space to another. Again, from last year, iChat is going to have some cool new features, including virtual green screening and the ability to share movies and slideshow files. One more thing from last year, Time Machine seems like it will dramatically simplify the backup process. I'm getting a Drobo, so I just haven't been able to get excited about Time Machine yet. The basic version, the premium version, the business version, and the ultimate version will all sell for $129, and that's because there will only be one excellent version, and I can't wait. It'll be released in October. Steve Jobs keynotes are now released as podcasts. There's a link to subscribe in the show notes at geekbrief.tv. Thanks for watching and using my promotional discounts at GoDaddy.com. I'm Callie Lewis. Enjoy your technology. Not every keynote is a jaw-dropping bundle of surprises. Actually, the big announcement keynotes are the exception.
Did you say jaw-dropping?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Drawer-dropping.
Drawer-dropping.
Another Pod Show video podcast. Stick it on your screen.